cares, man? Let's go.
Okay, yeah.
Welcome back to the Scene Podcast. Sorry if I'm yelling. My name is Craig Smith. Back with my guy Chris Wash, Mr. Texas Recruited himself. Tonight we have a big-time basketball player out of DFW. I don't know if we call it DFW. Well, yeah, I guess it is. From Byron Nelson High School, Southern Assault, Finley Bizjack. What's going on, man?
So happy to be here. Very excited to be on the podcast.
Hey man, we're happy to have you here, bro. You should be a 4-star, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
Sweet.
First of all, I gotta tell y'all who the sponsor is tonight. It's my wife. She made spaghetti tonight, so we're good.
Spaghetti Tuesdays at the Smith House. Awesome.
All right, Finley, we're gonna jump right into it, man.
Sweet.
Y'all went 3-0 this weekend.
Yes, sir.
35 points a game, man.
Yeah.
I gotta know your what are you eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Because it's the Chick-fil-A chicken minis. Have you had Chick-fil-A chicken minis with the Chick-fil-A sauce?
I've had way more than I can count.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's an easy 20-plus points per game right there, just with those chicken minis.
Yeah, I don't know that helps me score 35 points a game in my job, but I mean, it definitely gets me through till about 9 o'clock.
Gotcha.
Craig's a big chicken mini guy, Finley. Big
Really?
chicken. Yeah.
Dude, chicken nuggets, chicken strips, man, I'm a foodie. Which is why I gotta mention my wife, man. She keeps me really well fed.
That's awesome.
But man, tell me where your confidence comes from, man.
I think my confidence comes from just playing. Whenever you play and do certain things all the time, when it comes to the games, you don't think twice about it. It just sort of happens. And so whenever you see those results start to happen in games, it starts to excite you, and you get excited, and you start screaming or doing whatever you do in games and get excited, and it just really fuels you.
Finley, I've got a 12-year-old son that's real big into AAU basketball. So every time we have a player come on here, I always ask what kind of advice would you give a kid that's in the 5th or 6th grade? Because you're about to be a senior, you've got a lot of offers, you have great confidence. What advice do you give younger kids?
If you want it, you'll get in the gym and you'll get it. I mean, everything in basketball I think is earned, and if you're in the gym constantly and you're constantly just working on stuff and taking it serious, then you'll figure it out. And in games, it'll get easier, and you'll figure it out.
Right.
When did you first pick up a basketball?
I've been playing basketball since I can remember, man. When I was playing with my little cousin, and she quit because someone stole the ball from her, and she didn't like that. It's when I was 8 years old or 4 years old or whatever. So it's always just been around.
And what did the competitor in you tell your cousin?
I was like, why?
First time, bro.
Hey, man, I don't know. Hey, man, I don't know how the internet is out in Byron Nelson, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Sorry about that. That phone call probably messed it up.
No, you're good, man.
All
that happened
good,
to me
man.
5 times last week.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So my question, when did you know that this was going to be something long-term for you?
Yeah. So for me, it was the 5th grade. I was practicing with my AAU team at the time, and my coach had me stand for the older kids groups and just constantly staying I would play and do my practice with my age group, and I'd be ready to leave, and my coach would be like, "You gotta stay, man." And I was checked out. I didn't want to go. My mom was like, "You gotta stay," and so my mom made me stay. And then it just sort of started working and working. And then probably that 5th grade summer is sort of just this is what I want to do. I want to just play basketball all day and all the time and stuff. And it just sort of built the love for it.
That's awesome. Hey, so Finley, what you play for Vonzell and Southern Assault. We talk about that a little bit, man. I love Vonzell. He's a great dude. He's got a great program. Seems like kind of the whole program, everybody on that team is kind of blowing up right now. You just share kind of the experience of playing on Southern Assault.
Oh, it's awesome. Adidas does a great job of taking care of us, and so does Coach Vaughn. Coach Vaughn probably has a million college contacts in his phone, And so playing for him for the last 2 or 3 years has really helped build that relationship, and has been really excited to play for him. And he's brought together a whole bunch of great pieces. So it's been so much fun to play with, like Gabe Warren and Samson, who just picked up 12 offers in 2 days, and Gabe and Zay and Blake and Peyton, like everyone on the team. It's just so much fun because we all love each other and we all want to go get ours together.
Yeah, it seems like y'all all do a good job of like playing as a team as well instead of a bunch of individuals.
Yep, that's the goal.
What was your first thought when you heard that KJ Lewis was coming over?
Oh, we got Adidas. We're gonna win Adidas. We got KJ. That's the 5th piece. We got it. We're gonna win it all. And so I think with KJ, now that KJ's starting to get in the groove, and he's probably the best defender I've ever played with, and like started getting the groove and getting with what we're all doing, like it's gonna turn out well.
Talk to me about what you think the biggest difference about AAU and high school is.
AAU, you get to, for me, it's like a weight lifted, because in high school, like a team will like plan for defense and do all these different things for you. And then whenever I go play for AAU, I've got players like the other team, they're thinking about KJ Lewis, or they're thinking about Isaiah Manning or Gabe Warren. And so that leaves like more like working room for me to like get them open or like create for myself, and then like find them and help them out and stuff.
Okay, so off of that, how do you go out and score 35 a game this weekend?
Well, I just think that was they didn't have time to game plan, but even if they did, I was still feeling it. And all week I've been in the gym and working on a whole bunch of different stuff, and I guess no one was ready for it.
So let me ask one more time. How much time are you in the gym every week or every day?
Every day, 2 to 3 hours minimum, just working on shooting, free throws, floaters, like all the things and little things that I need to work on.
Hold on. You work on free throws?
Oh, of course.
All right, cool. I was just making sure people heard that.
Yeah, big free throw guy, even though I miss a couple every here and there. But yeah, I love free throws, love floaters.
Hey, you work on it. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Do you not like, does anyone not like free throws?
Craig can't stand when the kid misses a free throw, and I can't either.
Hey man, I've put a lot of emphasis on it, just like this past high school season and now into AAU. Like it just doesn't seem like a lot of kids can shoot free throws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It just I just.
If you can make a sidestep or backstep three, you should be able to make a free throw. 2 of them in a row. You know what I mean? That's kind of
yeah.
I just don't think it's worked on enough. So the fact that you
and we got a call.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But
hey, when you're in the gym and you're shooting,
mm-hmm.
let's say you're working on shooting.
Yeah.
Are you going by how many shots you take, or are you doing made?
Made.
How many? Yeah. Chris, I'm not sure if you can hear us, but we can't hear you still.
Yeah, we still can't
hear you, bro. How many made shots are you trying to get up a day?
I don't really count the made shots like total, but unless I'm on the shooting machine. But I'll usually start off from the corner and work my way around to all 7 spots, and go from floaters to mid range to threes to pull ups to all that stuff.
And for 2 to 3 hours, what all are you working on?
Well, the first hour it's form shooting, like layups, and then like straightening out my shot and stuff, and then I'll work into the floaters from all 7 spots. And then I'll move its way to mid-range, then threes, and then get into more fun stuff later on, like the side step threes or the step backs or the pull backs and all that fun stuff.
And like,
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. I know I've noticed that you're not a big social media kid.
Yes, I'm not.
and like, we live in a social media world.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not many kids like you. So tell me, if you're not posting on Instagram or Twitter or showing everybody what you're doing, what are you doing?
I'm I'm in the gym, I'm playing 2K, or I'm hanging out with friends. It's pretty simple. Like if my mom tweets something, she'll be like, "Hey, you tweeted this today," and like send me the tweet, so that way I know when someone asks me. And so just lets me know, so that way if I'm approached about it, I'll know what I said.
What? So since you don't do social media and all that, what iPhone do you have?
I got the iPhone 10.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, I mean, that was Russ Harrison calling about his first practice at Oklahoma State, so that was like, I'm okay with
go.
that one. So, Finley, how? I don't know if you went on an official or unofficial. I can't remember. To Butler.
Yes, official.
Okay, it was official. Can you just like kind of share that experience with us and tell us, kind of a little bit about it, and if you liked it, what you liked about it, and a lot of kids don't get to take official visits to D1 colleges, so just kind of share a little bit of that.
For sure, Butler was awesome. On every visit I go to, I only ask for one thing, and that's to get on their main court and maybe get some shots up. And so I got to do that. And with their coaching staff, I don't know if you know this, but they got Greg Oden on the coaching staff. Mm-hmm. And so Greg Oden was out there rebounding for me on like getting cool. while I was getting shots up and stuff. And I was like standing on like the outside, like shooting. He was rebounding, and I asked him if he could like touch the rim like standing up. And so like he like went up to do it, and I tried to dunk on him, but I missed it. But and so I almost dunked on the number 1 draft pick. But other than that, we got food. I got to meet all the team and got to see all their facilities and stuff. And D1 visits are really cool, and I've loved every visit I've been on, and all the coaches and all the coaching staff that took the time to spend the time with you. I've been really excited and really blessed to have that.
Nice. So I don't want you to like break any news here or anything like that. So don't, keep it all close to the hip. I'm just asking questions. Like what are the schools that you hear from the most, and like what are you looking forward to and like the school that you attend? Like what are things that interest you and your family that, are going to be a driving force to you coming down to a Final Five or, ultimately making your decision? Like what's important to Biz Nasty, as I like to call you?
Yeah, probably I'm not a picky kid. I don't need a basketball court or a basketball thing in my room or anything crazy, but I would just want a school that likes me and as a coaching staff, like feels confident in me and has seen me play and is excited for me to like be there. And so I just want to feel loved like every kid, but yeah. And as far as schools that I'm hearing from a bunch, probably Butler, SMU, Richmond, and Utah the most.
Okay.
And St. Louis.
Do you have any other like official visits scheduled?
I'm gonna finish out July, see what other schools I can maybe pull in, and then set up an official visit schedule.
Okay.
All right. So Finley, I just pulled up 247, man. And you're not a social media guy, so you probably don't get watch it now. Watch it now. All right. So we had TABC weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You 35 points a game. Number 15 in Texas. What does that make you feel? How do you feel when you see stuff like that?
I try not to think too much of it because I know how my game compares to other people when I play against them, and so I don't think too much of it because I know up here if I can get buckets on a dude and lock him up, then who cares what a number says next to my name? But that's how I feel about that. But I saw the 24/7 thing probably like a month ago, and I was like, I didn't know that they took stars away.
They took him away.
Yeah, I was 4-star my sophomore year.
Yeah, Craig, that happens. You either stay at your level or you go down.
Yeah.
Back-to-back district MVPs. You were co MVP with Jesse Awize when you were a sophomore.
Yep.
I went out when you were a sophomore. I was at Rock Hill for that.
I remember. Yep.
That Richardson game.
Mm-hmm.
Case and Wallace.
Yeah, tough little game.
Top 5 in the nation. I mean, he goes to Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine you had it rough. I mean, a lot of people had it rough playing him and Ryland.
Oh yeah.
Because they they can put it on you offensively and defensively.
Oh, for sure.
Talk about playing kids like that, how that's made you better.
Oh, so much better. Like playing all the camps, even when I was younger, always playing up at like the cream of the crop camps and all those little things. Just playing against those like more physical guys that'll push up on you just because you're like the little kid. It always helps later on because you know how to handle that stuff.
So when let's say when Vonzell saw that they took a star away from you, what did he tell you?
I haven't talked to him about it, but I'll probably bring it up to him tomorrow at practice. I'll be like, "So we gonna talk to 24/7 or what?"
So Vonzell is always going to bat for you, man. So he'll definitely have your back on that. I think that you are. I don't want to speak for Craig, but I will too. I think that you're underrated. I love the fact that I don't think that you really care about that stuff. It's kind of outside noise. You seem very comfortable and confident in who and what you are, which is great. I love the fact that you're not on social media and do all of that stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, man, you're about to be a senior in high school. That's a big deal. It's supposed to be a fun year. And like, can you just tell us what you're looking forward to in the next, 8-9 months of your life? Because this time next year, you're going to be in a college dorm room or just getting out of a college workout.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm just mostly looking forward to being a commit to a D1 basketball school. Been looking forward to that. I think my whole life now, being in this basketball world, in this basketball area that we live in, the basketball, what's it called, Mecca. And so I'm looking forward mostly in the next month or two to being committed and excited about that. And then I'm looking forward to going to the football games and then going to my own high school basketball games for my senior year. Hopefully break a couple more records off the record board and then finishing that out and getting to my college and getting what I'm about. Been looking forward to.
I just want you to remember this, man. It's important that you remember to have fun. Like,
for sure.
Because you only get one senior year, and I mean, I feel like you've got all your priorities straight, man. It's real nice to see. So your parents and whoever you have in your corner, they've all done a tremendous job because you're a pretty sharp kid.
For sure, thank you.
Yeah, and you definitely do well answering.
I've been programmed.
Yeah, I think someone went over all this with you before we started.
Yeah.
How many games do you think it's going to take you to get to 2,000?
I'll go 7. 7.
That's fine. I mean, if you put up 35 a game,
yeah, right. That make it a lot easier.
Yeah. Talk to me about some pregame rituals.
Oh my gosh, you're asking the wrong person. I'm the most superstitious person on this earth. Like I can't listen to the same rappers like on the way to games and stuff. Like it's like, oh yeah, it's all crazy. I can't like text people an hour before the game. Like I don't like look at my phone before the game or like anything. Like I'm crazy about that stuff because I think it all actually matters.
You do look very locked in.
Oh yeah.
In every game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta stay focused so I can get excited whenever I do something good. Hopefully.
Yeah, you also have an incredible layup package. I don't know if that's something you work on.
Yeah.
I mean, I notice you always want to get some type of crazy reverse layup all the time.
Yeah.
It's nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about the people that keep you grounded because you are very sharp.
Just think my whole family is real big on. My whole family is athletes, and so we all compete, and they're real quick to send me back to earth in a game of ping pong or something like that. And so we always are competing with pickleball, pool, tennis, anything, you name it. We'll go at each other, and it's bringing you back down to earth whenever you can't even make a joke around the house because you'll just get made fun of.
Does your brother ever beat you in anything? I know he's a big time athlete. I think
probably just in weightlifting these days because he's big on just like football players,
Yeah, he's
get
a
bigger,
football player.
get big, and so he's in the weight room every single day. So I'm sure he could do a couple lifts better than me, but he's not beating me in any competitions like sports anytime soon. Nothing like that.
Chris, what you got, man?
I think I've pretty much asked everything that I want to ask. Oh, here, I'll ask this. Finley, when you're gonna make a decision for college, is that something that, you sit down with your family and kind of figure out? And kind of a two-part question is, this is kind of also for the younger kids too. What's it like receiving all the attention from the colleges? And, how are you going about picking where you're going?
Receiving the attention has probably been my favorite part of the whole recruiting thing, because when you do all the little kid tournaments from 5th to 9th grade, you don't really think much of it because you're just playing it to have fun. And then you see a whole bunch of grown men want to show up and pay for your whole tuition and books and everything and living space and food for the next 4 years. It's kind of nice that people are actually want to invest their time and money into you. And so that's probably my favorite part of it, is having the college coaches be there to be around and stuff. And what was the first part of the question again?
Just when you pick a college, is that going to be something where you sit down with your mom, your dad, your brothers, and figure out where you're the most comfortable? Or is that going to more so be on you? Hey, mom and dad, I want to go here. This is what I like the best. And, because I'm real big on you got to go to the best fit. That's not always the biggest school. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But, it seems like I said, you're pretty sharp, and it seems like your parents have done a great job with quite a bit. This is the best interview that we've had. That's a player, not an adult.
Sweet. Well,
you're a great speaker.
Thank you.
So yeah, again, man, a lot of times when I ask these recruiting questions, it's just more so because there are kids that are going to watch this. I'm certain kids that look up to you, and I want them to have advice on, certain things. That's why I ask you, hey, how much are you working? And you're in the gym for 2 or 3 hours minimum a day. Guess what?
And you don't do social media.
Yeah. I'm about to go tell my son he needs to be in the gym 2 or 3 hours a day because Finley Bizjack says he's in the gym 2 or 3.5 hours a day. That's kind of where I'm at with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, to answer your question, my family will be helping me and always have my best interest at heart, but it's more of a 100% I need to figure out what school is best for me, whether that's 1,000 miles away, here or there, or it's in my own backyard at SMU or some place like that that really wants me that's close to home. And so my family is going to give me my input, and so are my AAU coaches that know and have seen players go through it and what they think is best for me. But I'm going to eventually make that decision myself.
Okay. That's all I'm asking. I think that's important. I think that, your family and people that you're super close to, that care about you personally and truly have your best interest. It's good that you have that, because some people don't.
For sure. Very lucky.
Talk to me about some players that like your favorite basketball players, people like that. Who do you try to model your game after?
Right now it's Luka. I mean, I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan, MFFL, so I'm a big Luka fan and everything he does. But I think I just watch a lot of things that a whole bunch of players do. I watch how Klay Thompson sets his feet every time to shoot his jumpers, and I watch how Steph gets into his shot and gets his eyes on the rim so quickly and uses ball screens and off-ball screens and stuff. So I don't think there's one individual player that I go after, but just picking things from every single one I see.
Finley, what would you say the most underrated part of your game is?
Passing. I actually think I'm a pretty solid passer, and I don't think it's looked on enough because I might just shoot a bunch of catch and shoot threes or just put my head down and go to the basket. But I think I'm a solid passer and charge taker.
Yeah, you do. Yep, you do that very good. Finley, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Of course. Thanks so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thanks, Finley, man. We appreciate your time, bro.
For sure.
You did a great damn job, man. Very superb.
Thank you. If there's a next time, can I maybe get some of that spaghetti?
Yes. Oh man, I love it. That was great, dude. See, man, you.
And a sense
Hey,
of
man,
humor,
you
man.
be a star.
Yeah, this kid's got
You're
the
gonna
total
be a
package.
star, dude.